Hey there, friends and neighbors, how goes it? Jedi Phoenix with you here again. Welcome to another edition of the Chronicles. So, for this lightsaber review, this is not one of mine. This is actually my youngest son's, from his collection that he invited me to show off to you. It is from Rebel Sabers. He purchased it with his own birthday money that he had saved up. This is the Vengeance. Let me just show this off for a minute. It is a saber that definitely has presence, as T.P.C. Sabers would say. T.P.C. Sabers, if you don't know who he was a YouTuber who had a very extensive lightsaber collection and loved showing them off. Very well known among a lot of people in the saber community. I even found out about him before I started my own channel. Unfortunately, he had deleted his channel for personal reasons. But he would definitely say, I think, that this is a saber with presence, which is a more sophisticated way of saying this is a flippin' beast. Look at this thing. I'm going to show it off here for you. So, as you can probably tell, it is based on Darth Maul's double blade from Phantom Menace. Not an exact replica, I don't think, but pretty close enough. Back up a little bit and I'll hold this up so you can get a good idea of the size of it. So my son wanted a double blade for his collection, and at first he was looking at one of the diminished sides from Rebel Sabers. Not Rebel Sabers, from Ultra Sabers, I'm sorry. So, cannot confuse those two companies. And had I not known about other companies, we probably would have pulled the trigger on that one. But the diminished side from Ultra Sabers is about $450, roughly, depending on how you set it up. And I noticed on Rebel Sabers, this is about $300, even. And I talked to my son, persuaded him to go for the better deal, save a little bit of money, and of course he jumped on it. One thing I like about what Rebel Sabers has, this is not a single unit. Okay, this is actually two sabers that they sell in one order. Right here, you can see the circles, the holes for the speaker. That's where they combine. And I'll take one of these off now so you can see how they look as single units. Okay. Not nearly as cumbersome when they're by themselves. Okay, you can very easily handle one of them separate. It's when you combine them that you get the beast. And let me see, combining them takes a little bit of finesse. You gotta match the thread. There we go. One thing I should have showed off, when you have them separate, even though the coupler is still attached to one saber, the other saber, there's nothing for the chassis to fall out. I mean, it's sealed up with holes for the speaker. So, couple of things about this that I have a little bit of issue with. They're minor quibbles. All right, don't get me wrong, but a couple of things to be aware of if you're going to go for one of these. The little knobs or buttons, whatever you want to call them, as you're swinging this and your hand rubs against the hilt, they do tend to come loose. So you should really stop every so often and just tighten them. You know, make sure you don't lose these things, because it is part of the construction of the hilt, part of the design, if you will. You don't want to lose those. And the other quibble I have, which isn't so minor, this is a little thing I'm not crazy about. In order to access the charging ports for both of these, you have to, so this larger button right here is the power button. Right here is where the charging port is. So you kind of have to push it down with your finger and rotate it in order to get this to pop out. I mean, it's not, it is a little bit of a pain. It's time consuming. You know, I just want to plug it in and let it go. Not only that, you run the risk of losing the button if you're not careful. But let me give you, I am going to stop this video and get the blades in and light this thing up so you can see it. But let me just give you a better look before I do that. Great detail on the emitter. I love that. They have this in two versions. They have the all silver version, which is this one, and then they have a black gunmetal version. I went with the silver because I think my son wanted the shiny one. And he keeps the blade plugs in it for display, which I gotta thank Rebel Sabers. I showed the Grand Quillen in a previous video, and with this one, I ordered saber stands, but I forgot to order blade plugs. They contacted me after I ordered and said, we'll throw in some blade plugs for you, make them a full set. And I have two of my own sabers coming from Rebel Sabers. I already have the tracking notification. One of them should be here. It's Thursday as I'm recording this. They should be here tomorrow, Friday. So I will do the unboxing. That'll be a separate video. And the other one should be here on Monday. So if all goes well, right? Alright, I'm going to pause this video, get the blades in so you can see the full size of this thing, and light it up for you. Be back in 1 second. Alright, and we're back. So, you can tell I'm in a different room in my house than I usually do. This, get a look at this. Seriously. Now, can you imagine a 10-year-old swinging this thing around? Once the weather gets better and he gets outside, it'll be a little better for him. He is excited about this, though. He loves it, so I'm not going to say no to him. Let me go ahead and fire this up so you can see what we got. He wanted to do one blue blade and one red blade. So kind of a dichotomy, light and dark side, if you will. Trying to be very gingerly about swinging this thing. I don't want to catch anything in my house, but there we go. Nice little strobe effect there. Not too bad when you're handling it. You just got to be mindful of where your hands go when you're swinging it. Definitely an outdoor saber. Again, windows in the emitter. Love that look. Little touches like that I enjoy. If I get a little courageous enough, I might do a video of me just swinging a bunch of my sabers around, But I will say, once you really get going with this, the momentum just builds up and the weight just carries it. So it's very easy. The only thing you gotta worry about, I'm in the house, so I gotta be careful of bumping into anything because of how big this beast is. Back up a little bit so you can really see what we got. So if you're serious, and it helps if you know a little bit about double blades, if you take martial arts or whatever have you. My son did do a little bit of karate, so he has used a bow staff before. So he knows a little bit of what he's doing with this, better than I do. Shut this down. There we go. All right. So again, I'll give you one more look before I sign off of this video. This is the Vengeance. And as I said, it's about 300 on Rebel Sabers. Look into it if you like double blades, because with this, you're getting 2 sabers for one price. Not too bad, I don't think, at all. Especially given the value of some other double blades out there, you know. And as I said again before, I know this isn't 100% based on Darth Maul, but it's pretty close for my liking. I do like this one, so does he, more importantly. That's going to do it for this video. Hit that subscribe button. Find me on Instagram, JediPhoenix1976. Look for me, drop me a line, say hello. And until the next video, as always, be good, be well, be safe, be happy.